Just 4 observations that Charles Darwin made, and those 4 observations helped him to conclude on his theory of natural selection that has been popularized and now called the theory of natural selection. So what are those observations that Charles Darwin made, and those observations that led to the conclusions that he came up with? And these conclusions will help you to understand the theory of natural selection. And when you understand the theory of natural selection, you have already understood Charles' theory of evolution. It is the same word. Charles' theory of evolution is the same as the theory of natural selection. So that is the same theory, but where does it come from? It's the most important thing. Now it comes from these 4 things. Now the first thing that Charles Darwin made is the observation of overproduction. Now overproduction is very important. You are supposed to understand this overproduction. Now I want you to look into your area and to organisms or that you are already used to, like ducks, like hens. What these organisms do, they overproduce. Even as human beings, we overproduce. Every organism that Charles Darwin observed, it found out that they really overproduce. But what after them overproducing, what he observed again, what he was so curious about, is question number 2. Even after overproducing, you find that after some time the population remains stable, the stable population. Now these things were ringing into his mind. He said, if these ducklings are producing 20 birds every single production, why is it that after some time, after 1 or 2 months, the population of these ducklings remained relatively stable? You find that most of the other organisms are not there. Where did they go? Charles Darwin's observations continue to go to observation number 3. Now, what was this observation number 3? This observation number 3 was limited resources. Limited resources. Now, what are these resources we are talking about? We are talking about habitat, where they sleep, where these organisms sleeps. We talk about the food they are supposed to feed on. We talk about the mates, the organisms they are supposed to mate with. We talk about all these basic needs they need, like water. You find that it is limited. Like the space you are going to live or the land you are living in is not increasing, but we are producing every single day. Our organisms are producing every single day. This overproduction, but again, after some time, the population is relatively remaining stable, and we have limited resources. That's why he also observed number 4, which is one of the most important observations he made. He said individual variation. Individual variation. In this observation, individual variation, let me just write variation, because in this observation what I like most is variation. This variation part of things here, this is where things go crazy. Remember, one of the things I should tell you is that Charles Darwin did not know about genetics. This guy did not know about genes. He didn't know about genes when he was doing these observations. But what we saw is that even if we are produced from the same mother, same father, we have those individual variations. We are not totally the same. And if we are not totally the same, what does he conclude?